Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Hibiscus small pendant. This is going to be the 139450. Beautiful pendant. There's a larger size too. Check it out. Let's get into the size of the fixture body itself. That's going to be independent of the rod that it's hanging from, and that's going to be 9.7 inches tall. And then when you talk about overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling itself, and you're going to have a range on this 13.1 inches all the way to 55.1 as standard product. So let's talk about also, this ships with 95 inches of wire. So if you need this to be longer than 55, you could probably get down to about 89 inches because you're going to need some wire at the end of this. But you could probably easily, just by buying some extra kits from us, be able to get this to about, let's say, 88 inches from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling itself. So I would drop a quick email to me about that. If you need this to be longer than, let's say, 89 inches or 88 inches, drop a quick email as well and say you're looking at 139450. Tell me what you're looking for as far as the overall height goes, and I will send that through Hubbardton Forge's customs department. It'll come back with an answer. We do customs all the time. It adds just a little time and money, but it gets you where you need to be. But starting off at 88 inches, because you have this wire, extra wire, is awesome for a lot of you guys. So 13.1, like I said, to 55.1. It's going to be broken up into all these different overall heights available, and they're going to be on a chart way down in the corner there. So take advantage of that. It's going to show you also which combinations of pipes you're going to use to get to those targeted heights. Hubbardton Forge uses the system of interconnected pipes. So the pipes are going to have threading on the inside on both ends, and you're going to be putting them together with a connector. A connector is like this guy, threading on the ends as well, and they just simply screw together. I mean, it's simple, 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 and it's incredibly tight look. So you barely even see a line there. The seam just basically disappears, which is pretty awesome. You're going to be getting, as a kit to begin with this, automatically you're going to get 3 pieces of the 12, 1 piece of the 6, 1 piece of the 3, and a bunch of the little connectors. And I want to show you how to put this together, and a good way to do that is to look at the installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. So it's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you some drawings of the canopy, which is nice, of the inside of the canopy. It's also going to show you how to put it together. And you're basically going to put a towel down, you're going to put the body of the fixture down, you're going to be figuring out which pipes you need well ahead of time, put those down as well, and you're going to be snaking the wire through the little parts one by one. So you're going to go from the fixture to through a connector, through a pipe, through a connector, and on until you get to your canopy up on the ceiling. And then, like I said, you screw it together just like this, and you're just going to build it. You're going to build your fixture kind of going up from there. So let's also talk about the canopy up in the ceiling. It's going to be a 5-inch round canopy like this guy. It's going to go over your 4-inch junction box like that. This is only 7.2 pounds. It's super light, so it doesn't have any weight restrictions. It just hangs from a regular junction box. This is slope ceiling adaptable already to 45 degrees. There's a knuckle right up here, just like your finger, that allows it to be bent like that to 45 degrees, so you're good to go there too. Okay, let's move on and talk about what's going on lamp-wise down below. Using a medium base socket, porcelain socket facing down, which is covered in a housing, you can go up to 100 watts if you want to stay with an incandescent bulb. The recommended bulb is a A19. That's the regular light bulb, that size we all grew up with, but you can go up to 100 watts. That's always because of the heat generated by a bulb. This is all metal. There's no other fabric or anything with it. So when you get into all metal fixtures, pretty hardy. Anyway, so moving on from there, why don't we talk about LEDs, because that's what you guys really want to talk about. And, you know, it recommends an A19 bulb, which I said was this size, right? But there's a lot of space in this fixture, so you can put in a variety of bulbs. You can go LED, and there's a couple A19 LEDs right here if you want to do that. But you can also put in what's called an A20. So this will fit in there too, and an A20 is a much larger bulb than an A19. This maxes out about 100 watt equivalent in the marketplace. This easily 150 watt equivalent in the marketplace. So it depends on how much light you need to get out of these. And you're going to be looking up into this, and this is aesthetically pretty pleasing to me. There's also this guy, which is called a decorative bulb, and this is an LED version that you'd be looking up into as well. And you notice it's a little wider than this one. These also come incandescent in white, and they also come LED in white. And this is what we have in our showroom in white in this fixture. And it looks pretty good. It looks like it's actually part of the fixture. It doesn't even look like a light bulb. But you could do the same thing with this guy too, because I think it looks pretty good. So easily you can do those. When you talk about the color of light coming out of LEDs, we always talk about it in terms of Kelvin. 2700 Kelvin, super yellow setting sun yellow light. Way on the other side of that is going to be called daylight, which sounds warm, but it's not warm. That's a cold hospital waiting room light. That's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin. In the middle of all that is going to be called warm white, and we like to use that in our showroom. That is 3,000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale, and that's the light that's coming down on my hands right now. So that's that nice warm glow. It kind of mimics the light coming out of an incandescent bulb from when we were kids. Okay, so it's a dimmable fixture, like I said. If you're going to go incandescent, just stick with a regular dimmer. If you guys want to go LED, just make sure you tell your installer that you're doing that, so they put the correct dimmer on the wall for you. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.